Hey guys, good morning. Good, finally not blistering sun morning here in New York City. This is what we envisioned for late October. It is October 20th, every day with me not knowing. It's October 20th, right? I mean, I 3 months ago when this became our great idea, we envisioned ourselves in at least some semblance of a fall jacket. I'm wearing 3/4 sleeves and I'm like, we're bundling up today. We are bundling up. Mind you, you talk about paper mache. This is so thin. I went to pick my kid up and she like put her hand through it. So I had a good night last night and a good morning this morning. What makes a good night? Well, your third and last debate in what has become the most entertaining political season of what makes a good morning.
Were you disappointed by the debate?
No.
Oh, it gave you enough entertainment?
I was entertained. I think I was more excited. And you know why? And I'll tell you, I'm going to read you my favorite tweets. That has become how I watch the debate, by watching and reading tweets and being entertained by it. Twitter has actually helped me enjoy and swim around in the political
Do you find Twitter is more pro-Trump or more pro-Hillary?
Oh, it's not pro-Trump or pro-Hillary, it's just anti-Trump.
Oh, okay.
The whole thing. I think there was one person that said that Hillary Clinton looked like Austin Powers or Dr. Evil, who wore it best. That interesting spacesuit. She actually looked great last night. But wait, I'll get to that in a second. And then what makes a good morning? I did that thing I always tell people not to do. I forewent the gym for errands. Is that a word? I forewent? I foregoed? I just decided not to work out.
I passed up on?
I decided not to work out. Yeah, I know.
Just go to the single syllable.
I know. Sometimes I'm insecure in front of Lance, who has 18 more levels of education than I do.
Right.
So I decided, because we do this show, I am sort of crazy glued to this seat for 4 hours. I get nothing done. And when I go downstairs, my kids, they're like, they stick to you like that fly trap. So my whole day really consists of 5 a.m. when the kids wake up until 10:30 when we meet, and Lance and Connor and I all meet up here and we go over the show. That's it.
Lance gets yelled at.
Lance gets yelled at. So
everything that's wrong with the show, by the way.
You should check Zeta Board and see if anyone said anything that we talked about.
Okay.
Anyway, so this morning I said, that's it.
But the show, just to make sure, everything that's going wrong with the show, by the way.
It's your fault.
Right. And everything that's going right.
Is
because you're the most talented person around.
100%.
Right. I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page.
Yeah. I could write that down.
I got the memo. Yeah. I want to make
course.
sure I got this morning's memo.
Obvious. Yeah, so this morning I threw on my backpack. I had 15 errands to run. None of them would work any better if I had public transportation. It was just going to be me and my little legs. I decided to do this for the first time. I found out that I listened to Pandora because, I don't know, I'm obsessed with Kevin Hart. I don't know if anyone else likes Kevin Hart. I think he's one of the funniest humans in the world.
Who is Kevin Hart?
Comedian. Oh, very good.
He's
Pandora
on that
has
comedy channel thing?
He's on that comedy. That comedy part of the television?
Yes.
I put on a little Kevin Hart and I just knocked out like 27 errands and I couldn't feel better about it. And sometimes just accomplishing something like that feels amazing, checking anything off a to-do list. So that's it. I'm good. I got some Kevin Hart humor in me. I did pass by randomly this girl Jen that I went to college with 100 years ago. We played volleyball together and she says, she screams as I'm taking Harper one way and she's taking her kids the other. Randomly. This is so random. She goes, Katie Henry was my teacher a million years ago.
Who was this?
No, she said 3 things. She goes, Katie Henry was this wonderful kindergarten teacher that we had on the show yesterday who teaches this really sort of interesting but makes perfect sense experiential kind of education. We interviewed her, we spoke to her, I figured it all out. She goes, Katie Henry was my teacher back in the day. You give Lance too much crap on your show. Absolutely love what you're doing. Keep doing more of it. Gotta go. And I was like, what? Wait, what? I couldn't even. Her last name is escaping me now. I feel terrible, but she's watching. It made me happy. I was like thrilled.
She told you gave me too much.
She said I was giving you a little too much crap, and for that I apologize.
Too much,
a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And how did you? And how would you internalize that?
Anyway, all I said back was, "Oh my God, you live in the area?" Like I didn't even know how to respond to it. But it's so fun when people make reference to something. Oh, and then she said, remember I told